What is going on, New York Mets fans? The Mets continue to be extremely active as the trade deadline is fast approaching. The Major League Baseball trade deadline will be in just 2 short days, and the Mets have now made their second trade, and one was an acquisition, and in this case, they are trading away an established pro for a prospect, if you even want to call him that. Yesterday, of course, the Mets brought in Marcus Stroman, who's one of the better pitchers in Major League Baseball, throwing to the tune of a 2.96 ERA in the American League East. So they really bolstered that rotation. Now, we have heard rumors, especially with the Mets being 5 games under 500, that they were looking to trade away some of their pitchers to try to get some Major League talent back before the end of this season, if the price was right. Well, they just shipped away Jason Vargas. Now, Jason Vargas has been mediocre at best since coming over to the Mets. The Mets signed him on a 2-year deal when they signed him last year, $8 million a season, plus a club option for the following year at right around the same cost. So what did the Mets get back here for trading away Jason Vargas? He was awful last year. This year, he's been pretty solid. He's thrown to the tune of a 4.01 ERA, but in more recent starts, 15 out of his last 16 starts, he's given up 3 runs or less. So he's kept his team in the ball game. Now, he's not a flamethrower. He's a guy that throws junk up there, especially at his age. He's 36. He will be 37 next year. But he attributes some of that to the fact that he's had success this year, because nowadays in baseball, everybody throws like Noah Syndergaard, 96, 97, 98 miles an hour. And seeing a junk ball pitcher every now and again is actually a benefit, in his opinion. He was quoted as saying that, and I tend to agree with him. The guy is an established Major League pitcher. He's had some success in the league, and the Mets got nothing back. They got Austin Bozart, a catcher from the Phillies. He's batting .195 this year. He's known more for his defense. I think they said he's thrown out 35% of base runners, and he's like 26 years old. So he probably will never even step foot on the big league roster. This was about a salary dump. The Mets saved $2 million from making this move for next year's team. From what I read, I think they got $2 million in this deal, some way, shape, or form. But overall, the Mets got nothing here. I don't really understand trading him to the Phillies. Yes, I don't think this guy's a major acquisition. I don't think he's going to add many wins to the Phillies. But you're competing with them. Obviously, you're kind of out of it for the division. But they're both competing for the same wild card position. Not that the Mets are very much in that race, but ideally, if you're going to get nothing for him, trade him to another team. Trade him to the American League and get nothing. I didn't really understand this one. I guess maybe nobody else showed interest but the Phillies. I guess that's possible. But for a guy who's been somewhat productive, I would think he generated at least some interest from somebody out there. But don't really understand this trade, if I'm being completely honest, from the Mets' perspective. But I'd like to get your thoughts in the comments below. As always, if you liked what you watched, please subscribe. Drop a comment. Maybe give me a little thumbs up. Cheers.